So we're back for take 2 of Kim's Top 5.
I feel like an idiot in this outfit, but there's a sense of
Deja
there's a
vu.
sense of deja vu about this whole thing.
Wake me up before you go. Wake me up.
Yeah. Okay, I'll fade. Oh, I stopped. Whoops. Okay, welcome. It is Monday night still, and it's still Kim's Top 5.
And in all the times we've been doing this video, we've never ever stuffed it up like that.
But which just goes to show, if you do something long enough, you'll make every mistake possible.
Yeah.
We did, in fact, go sideways.
We did.
So welcome.
Hopefully we're the right way round now.
It's good to have you with us. If you're wondering why we're like this, our topic for tonight was ninjas, hence the
Ningxia Red.
Ningxia Red, yeah.
But it's not actually ninja.
We are, in fact, talking about Ningxia
Ningxia.
Red. How is it actually pronounced?
Ningxia.
Ningxia Red. Okay.
Ningxia.
So, and you're going to give us your top 5 reasons why we should drink Ningxia Red.
Yeah. So let's start by...
Let's start, definitely.
If you drink Ningxia Red, let us know in the comments. Tell us whether you drink it. Yes, no, sometimes.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take this off because I feel like, oh, there we go.
So Ningxia, not ninja.
Okay, these are actually your old pants, which needed a wash.
Is that the one he said?
Always wanted to get into your pants, and now I have, so there you go.
All right, so I'm just going to say right off the bat, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a naturopath, and either's Jeremy.
No.
And apparently you're not a chiropractor either.
No. I can pretend to be whatever you want, but no. No, so neither of us, we're not qualified to talk nutrition or, as experts, are we really?
Yeah, so we're not going to, suddenly assume some expert role. I'm just going to tell you as a mum why I drink Ningxia and why I get my partner to drink Ningxia and my children to drink Ningxia. As an aromatherapist, when I first started with Young Living, I didn't drink Ningxia at all. It was a long, long time before I actually drank Ningxia because it wasn't why I was with the company. I was with the company because they sold the best quality essential oils. Yeah. I wasn't interested in the nutritional supplements. And I mean, I'd done a lot of health promotion work in my previous job, and I spent a lot of time with dietitians and nutritionists, and they had drilled into me that giving your children juice was not necessarily a healthy option, and because it's so full of sugar. And so I didn't drink juice, and the idea of drinking juice for me was not something that entered my, it wasn't like a healthy option for me. So right off the bat, I'll tell you right now, I didn't drink it for a long time. And it wasn't until I got educated on the benefits of it that I actually started drinking it, because I thought it was just a juice and it was going to be high in sugars and low in fiber. And in fact, it's actually the opposite with Ningxia Red. And it's not a juice at all. It's a superfood.
And it's a puree.
Yes.
Can I say that?
It is a puree.
It is a
and
puree.
I don't know what you did with it.
It's right here. Look, there we go.
So you can actually see that it's a puree. Hopefully you can.
Yeah, no, I reckon you can.
So see that line across there? That's the sediment that's in the bottom of the bottle, okay? So you shake it up before you drink it, but that goes to show you that even though it's a liquid, it's actually a puree. So it's, the sediment sits in the bottom because it's a puree. Yeah. It's a puree of... actually, I won't tell you right now because that's part of my Kim's Top 5 things.
Okay, yeah. but you're getting the whole thing, aren't you?
Yeah.
Or without giving too much away.
Yeah, you're actually getting, it's a puree of fruits rather than a juice.
Okay, so that's what it looks like. Mm-hmm. Now, let's talk about it. Why is it so special? What's the big deal?
Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to tell you about the history of Ningxia Red. And it was interesting because I was watching a video this afternoon that Jeremy hadn't seen before. And I'd actually seen it a number of times. And I thought it would be good to tell some of you about how Young Living came to, it's an essential oil company. How did it come to sell Ningxia Red? Basically, Gary was very interested in old people and how they maintain their longevity, their energy, all of that kind of stuff. So he traveled all around the world researching tips and tricks, if you like, from older people about what kept them young and vital and stuff. And so, you know, he went to the Hunza Cut people, like that lived up, you know, top of Nepal somewhere. You know, he researched people all over the world. And anyway, at the time that he was doing that research, there was some Chinese scientists who came from Ningxia, and they worked at a university, and they were looking at doing an exchange program, if you like, with some scientists in America. And a university in Utah partnered with them, and they were looking at researching the health benefits of the goji berry or the wolfberry that comes from their part of Ningxia. And so because Gary, you know, he was in Utah and he had connections with the university, they kind of all linked up, and Gary went over there and started interviewing older people that lived in Ningxia province. And he was...
When we're talking about older people, like...
We're talking about centenarians.
Like I'm 56, so...
Centenarians, right?
I seem like an older person.
Is that what you call them, centenarian? If you're over 100?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
So he was
old
interviewing
really old
people over 100,
yeah, wow.
to find out what their secret was as to, you know, why they live so long.
Yeah.
And
which is not usual, really, is it?
No. But in this particular province in China, it was very usual.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people there lived into their 90s, 100. You know, he interviewed a lady that was like 120.
Did I hear a story? Yeah, because her daughter
was 90.
was 90.
Yeah.
94.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
And Gary went to help her up the steps, and the mother, the 120-year-old, and the 90-year-old goes, no, she can do it by herself. She can get upset. And anyway, but that's the story as to how Young Living even found out about these, you know, wolfberries. That's just the translation, what goji means. So they're the same thing. But the thing is that you can get goji berries from all over China. They certainly grow in different provinces, but the species that Young Living sources, the Lycium barbarum, it grows in Ningxia. And I guess we'll move on to my number 5 reason for drinking Ningxia Red is that it contains goji berries.
Yep.
Okay,
so that's number 5.
Yeah, so it contains this Lycium barbarum, which is a particular species that grows in Ningxia, and all goji berries have different nutritional value and different ORAC, which, you know, like different sort of values, if you like, based on where they're grown and the species. And so this Lycium barbarum, which is the species that Young Living puts into their Ningxia Red, it is the highest in nutritional value. So there are 80 different species, and a lot of the goji berries that are grown in other areas in China are watered with water from rivers that you wouldn't drink out of. Yep. Whereas where these goji berries are grown is up in Ningxia province, which is up on the Mongolian type border. The water that feeds these fields comes straight down from the Himalayan mountains. So not only is the water pure, but it's also full of, you know, the good nutrients and stuff like that that's coming off the Himalayan mountains. So that helps to, you know, make good quality goji berries as well. So like a lot of people say to me, oh, I don't need to drink Ningxia Red because I already eat goji berries or I eat other high antioxidant berries. And I say, yes, but where are they growing?
How are they grown?
Yeah, you know, like
you used to live on a blueberry farm, didn't you?
Macadamia. Oh, I did live on a blueberry farm.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what was the good thing about living on the blueberry farm?
That they sprayed everything with Roundup and other nasty chemicals, and it all got into my water tank because it goes onto the sprays go onto your roof and stuff like that. So I definitely think that it's important to source good quality fruits. And the thing about this Ningxia province is that the goji berries are grown under a green certificate, which is kind of like China's equivalent of organic status. So so they're very, very good quality goji berries. Now the goji berries are really high in nutrients, a whole heap of different nutrients. They're high in beta. I want you to grab a pen and paper because we're not going to have time to go through what all of these nutrients do. So if you want to, go back and Google some of these ingredients. beta carotene is one nutrient. Lycopene is another. That's Lycopene. I had to look at the spelling.
Lycopene.
Yeah. Arginine, Argene. Glutamine. Okay. And the other thing is that it actually contains all of the essential amino acids. Okay. Now, the reason why they're called essential is because the body can't make them. We have to get them from our foods. We can make some amino acids in our body, but we can't make, there are others that we can't make and we have to get them. So it's particularly good for people who are vegan or vegetarian because that way it's a good source of amino acids in the Ningxia Red, okay? Goji berries are a high protein fruit. They're actually the highest. They contain 13 to 16% protein. So often when we eat fruits, we're hungry afterwards because we've just filled up on the sugar.
Yeah.
And then there was sort of no protein to keep us full. So the goji berries or wolfberries are quite high in protein. Goji berries are also high in potassium and zinc. And the thing is, as I said, this is actually a puree. So this contains the fiber. So the things that dietitians used to say to me, the reason why we shouldn't give our kids fruit juices is because they're high in sugars, because you've juiced the fruit and you've just got the juice and it's got the sugars in it, but there's no fiber to help your child actually to break down and absorb those sugars. So you're just getting a sugar high and no real fiber. Whereas the thing about this Ningxia Red is that you get all of the goji berry. So you get the peel, the pulp, the juice. It's the whole fruit basically. So it's a whole food.
Wow.
In a bottle, in a liquid.
And it's interesting that you say about the protein because that does tend to switch off your hunger, doesn't it? That's one
if
of the
you
things.
eat protein.
So it's not like you're going to get a whole bottle of Ningxia and drink it down because you're thirsty. You actually find yourself getting full quite quickly with it if you're going to do that.
And the thing about it being in a liquid form is that your body is easily able to absorb the nutrients from it because it's already in a liquid form rather than your body having to break down the food and absorb it in your digestive system. It's already done, it's basically done the hard work for you. So those nutrients are more available to your system.
Okay, so let's just backtrack here. So number 5 was it's got goji berries in it.
That are high in nutrients. Yeah.
Are we up to number 4 yet?
Yeah, so number 4.
Number 4?
Is that it's high in antioxidants.
Yay.
Do you know what antioxidants are?
Yep.
What are they?
They're stuff that stops things oxidizing.
So it's interesting.
I do understand it because
Okay.
one of the products of our life is we end up with free radicals running around our body, and there's lots of ways to describe them, but they're quite damaging to our cells and ultimately to our health. And our bodies are set up to deal with free radicals because that's just a natural byproduct of life. But modern life, we're generating a whole lot more.
Yeah, a lot of free radicals, and they come from things like the air that we breathe, they come from stress, they come from the electromagnetic frequencies that we're exposed to with Wi-Fi, and I often talk about meter boxes being on the outside of bedroom walls. All of that kind of stuff impacts on the amount of free radicals that we have, and then our bodies are under more stress and we need more antioxidants. I know I've seen on the internet, and many of you have probably seen this as well, it's a picture of an apple and they cut the apple and you see it going brown and things like that, whereas with antioxidants you don't get that brownness.
It doesn't oxidize.
Yeah, it doesn't oxidize. Yeah. So not only do you get the antioxidants in Ningxia Red from the goji berries, but it's full of other fruits that are high in antioxidants. So it's got plum, cherry, aronia, pomegranate. Yeah, so it's got great fruits that are high in antioxidants. So that's my number 4. It's high in antioxidants.
That's awesome.
We all need more antioxidants in our life.
They
certainly help us to stay young and vital and
healthy. Number 3.
Number 3 is that it actually contains essential oils.
Of course it does.
So Young Living, as I said
not
before,
just one.
No, and as I told you in the beginning, I didn't drink it in the beginning because I just thought it was a juice and I got my vitamins from Whole Foods because I didn't, like I've always been not a fan of vitamins. I've seen them as like fluoro-coloured wee that you see, you take this vitamin in the morning and it seems, and you pee it out. Not even 2 hours. I reckon like a half an hour.
Yep.
And I'm getting fluoro-coloured wee.
You may as well just tip it straight down.
Because it was in such big amounts and things like that. So I always got my vitamins from Whole Foods. So I didn't drink it in the beginning. And Young Living don't sell anything that isn't infused with essential oils. So Ningxia Red, like the other products, like the skincare, the cleaning, all of that, it's infused with essential oils. And the essential oils that Young Living has chosen to put in Ningxia Red are high in D-limonene. So if you've got your pen and paper handy, write down D-limonene and go and Google the benefits of D-limonene. Let me tell you, oh my God, you want this baby in your life. So the 4 essential oils that it's high in is yuzu. So yuzu's kind of like a funny looking lemon thing that's got like bubbly skin. It's got orange, it's got lemon, and it's got tangerine. Okay, so they also give it sort of like citrusy taste as well. They add to the taste. So it's all of those essential oils are very high in D-limonene. So that's why they're in there.
Okay, so that was number 3.
Yeah.
It's got essential oils. Number 2?
Okay. Number 2 is that it's actually naturally sweetened. It contains stevia. So there's no high fructose corn syrup. There's no sugar. It does contain natural sugars. Jeremy and I were talking about this before because the sweetener as such, the stevia, it's a 0-calorie sweetener. But there's still 2 grams of sugar per serving, and a serving size is 30 mils. So it's recommended on the bottle that you drink 30 mils 2 times a day. Yeah. I'm too busy to do that, so I just drink my 60 mils at one go. Some days I'll pack a Ningxia sachet in my handbag and drink the other 30 mils later on in the day. But the 30 mils contains 2 grams of sugar, and those sugars come from the fruits that are in it. I like that it's naturally sweetened. It hasn't got, any nasty sugars and most energy drinks and juices and things like that out there on the market. I mean, like at one stage I was looking for some cranberry juice, and I'm sure some of you know what I was looking for it for, and I couldn't find any that was didn't have any sugar in it. Like I wanted just cranberry juice, and it was all sweetened. So I love that this hasn't got that in it. It's sweetened with stevia. So
okay, that was number
2.
Number 1. What's your top reason for drinking Ningxia Red? Okay,
now you all know I'm a mum. And I don't get a lot of sleep because my 7-year-old spends a lot of time in my bed, and even just working and daily grind and all of that kind of stuff. I don't get a lot of sleep, so I need energy, and I drink Ningxia Red for energy. I know that on the days that I don't drink it, come 3 o'clock, I've got that energy slump. Like I'm just exhausted and I'm reaching for, bad stuff unless I've got a Ningxia Red in my handbag, and then I'm drinking that down. Yeah. I drink my 60 mils in the morning. I put mineral essence in it as well. Sometimes I put essential oils. At the moment, Jeremy and I are doing the Ningxia Red 30-day red drink challenge, where we're drinking 30 mils of Ningxia Red with some lime oil, some sulfazyme, and basically, I don't know, is it 700 mils of water?
700 and something mils, yeah.
And we drink that twice a day.
Yeah.
So, as Sarah will tell you, we were busting to go to the toilet when we were driving to Gunnedah the other day, because it certainly helps clean everything out, and it's great.
But also, just on the red drink challenge, like one of the things that doctors or medical people have discovered is that most of us are dehydrated most of the time. We live in air conditioning, or we live in hot climates, or we just don't drink enough water or drink enough fluids. And so I suppose I've found doing the red drink challenge that apart from anything else, I'm drinking an extra almost 2 litres of water a day, which is actually what I need to be drinking anyway, 8 glasses of water. So it's helping with that. Plus you've got the sulfonzyme in there, plus you've got the lime oil.
Which is high in D-limonene, and I talked about that before.
And plus we're getting 2 shots of Ningxia. So I'm feeling
so
pretty good about it.
if you drink Ningxia Red or you're doing the Ningxia Red challenge, let us know in the comments. Let us know what you think of the Ningxia Red challenge and drinking Ningxia Red in general, really.
Yeah.
So it's interesting because when Gary was researching, I talked before about the history of the goji berries and in Ningxia province, one of the things that he was told by, I think it was like a 93-year-old man, was
just a young man in that province,
was that they all drink it because of the chi. Okay, so like as in chi as in CHI, which is the life force, if you like, or the energy, and that, you know, they believe in Ningxia that it gives you good chi. So, yeah.
When you're 124 years old and you tell someone that they should be drinking Ningxia, probably should take notice.
Well, they didn't necessarily say drink Ningxia, but they said,
no, but it's,
you know, that the secret is the goji berries. Like they drink goji berry tea, so they literally steep the goji berries in tea. And it's interesting, I used to work with a lady in Sydney, and she was a Chinese lady, and every morning I'd come in like to the office and she would be drinking goji berry tea, like getting the goji berries and putting them in the hot water, and for Christmas I gave her a bottle of Ningxia Red. So yeah.
Well, that's exciting. So that's the top 5. They're all about great reasons for drinking Ningxia.
Yeah. And I guess the other thing I'm going to talk about is the sodium benzoate. Often people ask me about that, and I know there's lots of stuff online about the sodium benzoate as well, so I thought I'd just quickly cover it off. Young Living is very transparent in all their labelling. By rights, they, you know, it's in such a small quantity.
What are we talking about? Sodium benzoate. It sounds like a chemical of some description. What's it used for?
Okay, so sodium benzoate is naturally found in fruits like plums, cranberries and apples, and basically it's like a preservative. So that's why Young Living put it in it, because they need something to preserve it. Otherwise, they could only sell us Ningxia Red when the goji berries were freshly picked, which is only a certain time of the year, so we couldn't have it all year long, and they certainly couldn't ship it to places like Australia where they've got to, you know, put it on ships and send it over to us, and it takes a few weeks. It'd be off, you know, it'd have to be refrigerated and all of that kind of stuff. So Young Living took a decision to include sodium benzoate as the preservative in it. It's at like if you looked at the overall percentage of like the amount that's in it, it's 0.00025%. Okay, so it's a really, really minute. They have to put that in order to meet like food standards, because otherwise the liquid would go off, because it's natural fruits, and so they have to use something, and that's what they chose to use. And as I said, sodium benzoate, it's a naturally occurring chemical that can be found in plums and apples and cranberries and fruits like that. So
we're not talking about something that was cooked up in a lab for some weird reason.
No.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I can sleep with that.
Okay. And that's my top 5. So
yay! Woo! Okay.
Did you want me to do a quick recap? Recap is
quickly.
5 is it contains goji berries, which are high in awesome nutrients. 4 is Gojis. It's got high in antioxidants from the plum, the arona, the cherry, the pomegranate, and the goji berries. 3 is it contains essential oils such as orange, yuzu, lemon, and tangerine. 2 is it's naturally sweetened with stevia, and 1 is the energy boost from the goji berries. And the other thing I didn't talk about was that it actually also contains grapeseed extract, which is high in polyphenols, which also give you an extra energy boost. So that's in there too.
It's got a lot of good stuff, hasn't it? And that just leaves.
And I give it to my kids, and you can give it to your pets too. You can, like your dog, horse, you know. But yeah, you know, give it to your kids. We've always got frozen sachets in our freezer, and I cut the top off them and give them to the girls as ice blocks. So
which is good.
That only leaves.
And that just leaves my top 1.
Okay.
And do you know what it is? You're wondering how I was going to connect this all up, weren't you?
Yeah, I'm always wondering.
Okay, well, here we go. So my top 1, as always, Shutran. And do you know what today is?
I told you what today was.
I know. Today is International Men's Day. So to all the men out there, happy International Men's Day. Some people say every day is Men's Day. I'm not so sure.
Which some people.
They obviously don't live in a house full of women. But Shutran, I reckon that one of the things that I wanted to talk about, just very quickly, International Men's Day, is men being the best men that they can be. And we don't always get it right. And in fact, I guess that's my little mission, is I want to see blokes step up and be the men that they can be. So Shutran is just one small part of that, because honestly, it encourages me to be the man that I want to be.
Awesome. And
So,
I
there you
guess
go, that's serious.
share this video
Yeah.
with a man who you
Yeah.
care about his health
Yeah.
on International Men's Day.
Good call.
Because Ningxia Red is certainly not just for women and children, it's
Oh,
for our
hell no.
partners. And, you know, if you've got a partner in your life that you care about and you want to help him improve his health, then he too can drink Ningxia Red.
Absolutely, and it makes a huge difference. And give him Shutran, because he'll love it, and so will you.
Yeah.
Alrighty, is that it?
Yes,
That's all we got? That was a lot.
Sorry
that was
about
pretty,
going sideways first off, but
That was pretty information dense. Speaking of dense, high. No, okay, we need to go. Let's get out of here.
all right. Bye, guys. See you
We'll
next
see you
week.
guys next Monday.